Extra leftover soaps. This is a problem, isn't it? Everybody has this problem at some point. Maybe the holiday you were preparing for is past now, or maybe the scents and colorants that you're using just aren't appropriate, out of season, or maybe you've got a big project you were working on and there's just a lot of leftovers. What do you do with the leftover soaps? This can be a problem because you don't want to waste the soaps. You have a lot of time and effort put into these soaps, and maybe you have a significant amount of money wrapped up in these soaps as well, and you kind of want to recoup that somehow. What can we do with these soaps? How do you move them when the season you prepared them for is past? Grab your coffee and let's chat about what do you do with off-season soaps. It can be a little disheartening when you've made all these beautiful soaps for whatever the season or holiday or project is, and they just didn't all sell. Now you've got these soaps that are kind of out of season. What are you going to do with these soaps, and how can you make good use of them without just wasting them? You can just give them as gifts, but that almost feels, at least it feels to me, like that's kind of the last resort. The people around me get lots of soap, they get lots of gifts, and they know they're welcome to it at any time. And for me to give them gifts of what I have left over feels a little, I don't know, maybe it feels a little depressing to me, like it's admitting defeat. I couldn't get these sold, so I'm giving them to you. But there are other things that you can do with your soap that are a little more fun, maybe a little more exciting, and just add to the variety of products that you can offer to your people. Now, one thing you can do at the end of a season is to put together, several soaps. I just have the two here, but put together several soaps that are going to be out of season very soon, and put together a special season bundle. Maybe there's 3 or 4 soaps here that you're going to offer now as this bundle and at a slightly discounted price. It refreshes this idea for your customer that you have these things available and that they can get it at a slightly discounted rate if they buy the whole bundle. That will help you move more soaps. They'll get a little bit of a discount, but you can also focus on specifically the soaps. For example, this was a Christmas soap, specifically the soaps that are red and green. And this is going to be obviously out of season in January and February. So we want to move these, and you can do that by offering that special bundle. You can also do an end of the season clearance. Now, you don't want to do a lot of these as a business owner because it teaches your people to just wait for the special sale. So you don't want to do this a lot. But we do a year-end clearance at the end of the year, obviously, because we want to, there are some products that we have that are not going to age well, and we need to get them gone. So any of our lotions, any creams, anything that's going to spoil or go past its expiration date, any of those things you want to move right away. And I figure as a business owner, I would much rather give my customers and people who come back to me and buy things throughout the year, I would rather give them a great deal on this lotion because I would rather it get into their hands and they feel like, wow, she's so great. She gave me this great deal on this lotion. It was a little out of season, but that's fine. I don't mind. It's going to be a blessing to them. It's going to make them excited about you and about your business and the great deal that they got. But it also moves that lotion and gets it off your shelf so it's not just sitting there aging and you wondering what to do with it. This feels better to me. I would much rather give my customers a great deal because they're going to be excited about coming back then to me than to just throw the lotion away. That feels bad and wasteful and, I don't know, sad to me to throw all of that away. So that's my choice, to do that year-end clearance specifically to move the lotions, the creams, anything else that's going to expire or go bad and certainly would not last until the next time that season is current. But with soaps, you have no need to panic about this. You don't need to clearance your soaps because there are so many things you can do with your leftover extra soaps, repurposing them into new products to get that you're going to be able to offer and just add to what you can offer to your customers. My favorite thing to do with our extra soaps is to turn them into samples that we are going to include in our online orders and also that we're going to use at the craft shows. I would take this soap and cut it in half this way and then cut it in half this way. So we've got these little sample pieces, and maybe even bundle those little samples in a little bag. So now we have a little variety sample pack that we're going to use. If you have online orders or orders that you're going to mail out, orders that people are going to, they're going to place that order and you're going to fulfill the order and you've never been face to face, I like to include an extra little something in those orders because I want those people to feel like I care about them, to feel like I want to bless them. I want to give them a little extra something special. I want there to be a little surprise in their order, something that they're not expecting. This is my way to help build relationship and just kind of offer a little something extra, a little something special to make them want to come back when they need more product. So these are our little sample packs, and this is one of my favorite things to do with the extra soaps because this one here is a Christmas soap, but nobody's going to know that when it's in this sample pack. So it's a great way to use up your out of season soaps in a way that's going to surprise and delight and bless your customers in those orders that you're filling later in the year. Another thing you can do with these little sample packs is to have them available maybe in a basket or some kind of container at the live events that you are going to be at selling your products. We use these samples not just as samples that people can just take if they want. They have to give us their email address. They have to join our email list in order to get one of the samples. We have a QR code on a piece of paper and we tell people, yep, we have this basket of free samples. You just need to join our email list by scanning the QR code. And where they might be hesitant to give us their email address generally, if there's a free sample involved, they're whipping out their phones really fast and going, well, yeah, I'll do that. And they scan their codes and show us that they've joined, and then they can choose their free sample. We have had tremendous success with this in getting people on our email list. Now, how does that benefit us later after the craft show when we send out an email saying, hey, we've got this new thing available? They are now on the list where they're going to stay in contact with us. They're going to hear from us periodically. They're going to know when we have a sale or a special or a new product, and they're going to be the first in line to get those new things and to stay in communication with us and to know that, hey, we're around more than just at the craft shows. So this has been it has been a huge success for us, but it has been so worth it to get people on our list so that we can stay in communication with them throughout the year. I love repurposing our soaps, so much so that in the fall, when we're preparing for the big holiday season, we make a ton of extras. We want to make sure we have plenty of soap to sell all the way through the season, but also that I have plenty to play around with after the fact. Now, one of the things that we need a bunch of soap made for is our bath sprinkles project, our bath sprinkles product, excuse me. We offer these as a standalone product. We also offer them in conjunction with our foot cream. This is just ground up soap. That's all it is. That's all it is in here. And you can use this either in your bathtub to soften the water. You only need like a portion of the bag, not the whole thing, but you can soften the water and just make it feel really luxurious and nice. But we also suggest people use it as a foot soak. If you have really rough, trouble feet, this is a great thing to use in the water to help soften feet and just help them feel good, but also then you can use the lotion or the foot cream to even further that process. So this is a great product to offer, and you can make it just by grinding up your extra soaps from whatever season you got them. When you've got your soaps, your extra soaps ground up, you can also use those shreds, those soap shreds, to make laundry soap. You can see in the soap here, you can see those colorful shreds in there. That's all ground up goat milk soap, just ready to be used in laundry soap. Now, you can find videos online about how to do that and what that recipe would be. But this is a great way to use those extra shreds. Again, nobody's going to know if this is chock full of Christmas soaps or some other holiday that's passed. Nobody's ever going to know. So this is a great way to use up those soaps that are now shredded and make an additional product that you can offer your customers. Once you have your extra soaps ground up and you've got some, maybe you've done the bath sprinkles, you've done the laundry soap, one more thing that you can do with those soap shreds is to rebatch them into a different shape and a different product. Rebatching involves taking those soap shreds and slowly melting them down into a form, like something you can form again. Now, just a word of clarification, it's never going to go back, like this isn't melt and pour, it's never going to go back to that like pancake batter, pourable fresh soap consistency. It's never going to be that again. But you can make it into kind of like mashed potatoes kind of consistency and then reform it into some other form. Now, if you have soaps of various colors that you have shredded up and you're melting them down, they're going to make kind of a nasty brownish color. So you're going to want to have a color. This is colored with activated charcoal. You're going to want to have something that will cover that, give it a new fresh color, and then add some fragrance to it as well, just to liven it up and make it fun again. But this is just another way that you can create something new from the soaps you had that were extra. Another thing you can do with your extra soaps is to cover them with a layer of wool felting. Felted soaps are becoming more and more popular in our area as people see them more and more and have figured out what they're good for. This layer of wool adds exfoliating to the bar, so as you use it, just like it is here, the suds come through the wool and really help, and the wool will help smooth out any dry, rough skin that you've got on your hands or wherever. These are becoming more and more popular. And the beautiful thing about them is you can't tell what color that soap is on the inside. You have no idea if this is a Christmas soap or an Easter soap or a summer soap. You have no clue. So when you cover it like this, I would maybe, like if you have a formed soap like this, I would maybe cut the top off. So it's a square bar now. But when you cover it with this layer of wool, it makes it a brand new product. Yeah, the core is something you had before, but this is a brand new product now that will really delight your customers. Now, a word of, warning isn't right, a word of advice about felting your soaps. You're going to want to make sure you have high quality wool roving to work with. This is a case where Hobby Lobby probably is not going to serve you well when you are looking for this. The kind of like craft level wool roving that they have is really hard to work with, and it makes kind of lumpy, bumpy soap. So just get high quality wool roving and you will enjoy that process a whole lot more. If you are looking for again, those high quality wool rovings, you can go to our website, which is sassysoapers.com, and go to supplies, and you'll see those wool roving. They're in boxes. It's a box of 6 different colors so that you can make, lovely little swirls and things on your soap. But you can get those boxes on our website, which is sassysoapers.com. Just go there and check them out. We've got a bunch of different colors as well. And you know that you're getting something high quality to experiment with while you are learning how to felt your soaps. Maybe you have some extra soaps right now on your shelf that you're trying to figure out something to do with, and maybe not. But this will happen to you eventually if it hasn't happened already. So write down some of these ideas. Keep these ideas. Bookmark this video to give you some ideas on how to handle those soaps. Because having some leftover soaps is not something to feel bad about. It's not something to feel like, oh, I overplanned and I should have known better. No, this is an opportunity to create some new things that you can also offer to your customers. And it's going to be a lot of fun to take these soaps and repurpose them and make them into something brand new. There's no need to waste your soaps or just give them away. you can create these new products and really enjoy adding to the variety of what you can offer. If you want more tips about running your soap business, join our business tips email list. We would love to send you just some little tips and things, and so that you'll know when we have a new video out about that. It's in the link, or the link to sign up for the email list is in the description of this video, and we'd love to stay in communication with you about that. Now, go find your extra soaps and have fun making some of these things for your customers.